Hello guys, this is the Champion Marks here for another Pokemon narrated Wi-Fi battle. I haven't done one of these in forever because I've been uploading other random stuff like the new LP and whatever, but yeah, this was a battle I had against some guy whose name I don't know what his name was. I just remember that his name on the chat was Byywild or something like that. It was his first battle, and for his first battle, he did pretty damn well. But anyway, let's just get started with the battle. Anyway, he starts off with Frostlass, as I start off with my Latios, because I thought he would start off with his Ments to like Dragon Dance up on my lead or something, but yeah, and he goes for subs. I switch out into Heatran. I know Heatran walls whatever this Frostlass can do to me, aside from Thunderbolt. He does go for a double team there, which, as any of you know, is not allowed on Wi-Fi. I explained that to him, and he apologized, and, you know, it was his first battle, so you can't really hold it against him, but whatever. Oh, or her. Not sure if it was a guy or a girl, but whatever. I just go for Lava Plume on as they switch out into their Rhyperior. I was hoping for the burn, but you know, it's my luck. Of course I'm not going to get the burn. But I just switch out into my Farrowthorn, because this thing, if it's one of the standard Rock Polish sets, the worst it can do to me is Meghorn or Earthquake. Neither of those is going to do an incredibly large amount, because the only boost it has is from Life Orb. Now, because he's got a Rock Polish up, he's super fast, so I go for the Gyro Ball, because with the +2 in speed he has, it's going to do a lot, but he decides to switch out into his Breloom, and I was kind of, like, put off by the, or not really put off, but more confused by the fact that he didn't have the, Poison Heal, because he didn't have a Toxic Orb. I was like, okay, maybe he's running Technicians, but that's not released, even though it's no, Technician Breloom really isn't all that much to worry about. Yeah, but whatever. He goes for the Spore. I just switch out my Landros as he goes for a random Mach Punch. So, yeah, good thing to know he has Mach Punch, because that means he has a priority move instead of doing the sub-Focus Punch shenanigans. But anyway, as I switch out into my Heatran, because this Heatran does have a smidge of speed investment, and I think even if it didn't, it'd probably still outspeed that Metagross, so I could go for Lava Plume. Since it's super effective, he decides to switch out in Rhyperior. I, again, don't get the burn, which just sucks so much, because I could have had this Rhyperior crippled twice, and neither times I got it. And here, he goes for a very, 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 very worrying move, which is Sword Dance, because I thought uh, I thought he would go for the double dance while I was asleep, but fortunately he doesn't. He just decides to go for the straight up kill with the +2 stabs, Earth Gem boosted Earthquake, and completely destroys my Ferrothorn with a critical hit. Yeah, not pleasant. But anyway, I know he's probably going to be scared off by the Sucker Punch, but I just decide to go for Brick Break. In the event he switches into something, I don't know, but he switches into his Frostlass, which is immune to it, which kind of sucks. But yeah, now I think he's going to switch out, because I've seen that he has Double Team and Substitutes, which means that if he's running Double Stab, he can't touch me for anything, so he probably is going to switch out. He goes on his Tyranitar, and what I should have done here is gone for the Brick Break to try and kill this thing off, but I was thinking it would be a bulky Tyranitar, because pretty much every Tyranitar I've seen nowadays is, so I didn't think it would run speed investment, thus I would outspeed it, and I could go for the Sword Dance safely, then the Brick Break. Sadly, he outspeeds me, which leads me to believe that he is an offensive set, either carrying Dragon Dance or some sort of choice item. Hold on, just a second. Sorry for that small interruption, but anyway, what happened while I was out? Oh yeah, I believe I switched in Landros on his Earthquake, because he's choiced, he has to switch out. I go for the U-turn, he fodders off his Frostlass. I switch into my Bisharp again for some reason, I don't know why, I guess I just wanted to go to Bisharp, because it could threaten out the majority of things that he had. And his Frostlass dies to his own Sandstorm, fortunately enough. And he goes into Breloom now. I completely derp and forget that he has Mach Punch, but thankfully I went for Substitute, and he predicted me to do something, so he went for Spore, which actually puts me in a ridiculously good position, because now I get a free kill on his Breloom, but yeah, it also makes very bad stuff happen, like him getting a paralyzed, which is actually going to screw me a little bit later in the match, which is kind of terrible, but hey, what can you do about it? Now, here, I believe he switches into his Trantar, because now that I'm paralyzed, he knows he can outspeed me, even though he already has outsped me before when I wasn't paralyzed, so yeah, I kind of need to switch out, and I'm thinking he's going to go for probably Earthquake, but instead he makes a prediction, goes for the Stone Edge, but it misses, which kind of sucks for them. But them? It's not more than one person, darn it. But anyway, I go for U-turn because I was expecting they would switch out again, try and go into their Ments, fearing the Earthquake, but that doesn't happen, and I just go into my Jellicent, because since my Ferrothorn is dead, it kind of is the only thing I have to take a Stone Edge, which is really not that good, because that means this thing's gonna cause a lot of problems for my team. Ugh. But thankfully, he switches out for some random reason. I guess he just didn't want to miss the Stone Edge. So, yeah, I go for a Scald. And again, I'm hoping for the burn so that I can kill this Metagross, but it doesn't happen. Oh my god, why do the 30% chances to burn never happen? But apparently the only thing he has to hit me with is Meteor Mash, which even though my defense stat is really low, because I'm specially defensive, it's still resisted, so I managed to live it with that much, which is, yeah, that's not a whole lot of HP, and thankfully I'm able to get off the early cover, so that I am able to live any hit that he can throw at me, although I have no idea what kind of hit he would throw at me. And here he just switches into his Salamence, which is kind of bad news bears for me. I think somewhere in the... I might have missed it, but I think he went for Rocks somewhere in this match. I'm not sure, but I don't think he did. But anyway, I go for Recovers, he switches into Ments. Yeah, that's what happens. Duh. But, yeah, this Ments is kind of threatening, because I've seen that it has Intimidate, so that means that it actually can carry the Outrage, which, he goes for right off the bat, which is really good for me, because that means that I can get a free switch into whatever the heck I want, because he's gonna kill my Flooper, because it is really physically frail, unfortunately. And I switch into my Swift Blade. Now, I'm real happy, because I get to do the exact thing that I had created this Bisharp to do, which is basically set up and kill off Menses and other Dragon types with Sucker Punch. But, unfortunate. Yeah, that pair of hacks really had me pissed off. But, yeah, now I don't get to sweep his team with my Bisharp, which kind of sucks, but whatever. The good part is this Salamence has no Dragonances up, and I'm kind of thinking it's actually a Choice Banded event, because it did so much damage with Outrage, but whatever. I just go into my Latios, because I know I'll outspeed, and Draco Meteor will kill whatever he decides to bring in, which happens to be his, yeah, what was it? Metagross, and dies to Rocks, and I decide to switch out for some random reason, even because, I don't know. I guess I was fearing that after the -2, the Ments would live my Draco Meteor, but it would be at like less than 50% health, and it is super effective, so I don't really know why I decided. Oh, no, wait, it's because he had this one thing left, and I wasn't exactly I didn't remember what it was, but it is this Rhyperior. I just go for a Lava Plume, because his Tyranitar was locked into Payback, which makes me think that thing was Choice Banded this whole time, too. But, yeah, I get the burn, finally, on this Rhyperior. And now I just go for Protect so that I can kill him off, which is... yeah, I know it's kind of trollish, but that's what my Heatran likes to do. It likes to go for the status and then Protect Stall for the kill. Excuse me. Anyway, in comes Tyranitar. I think he's probably going to go for the obvious Earthquake, because really, he's not in a position to start doing massive predictions like he was doing a little earlier in the match. So he just does go for the Earthquake. I know I can kill him off with a U-turn from my Landorus, so I just go for that, because if he switches into his Mence, that just means that I get to swap out to a new Pokemon that can effectively handle it, which all I have left to do that is Latios, but I think this, yeah, it actually kills with the U-turn, because, oh, critical hit, pff, that didn't even matter, but whatever. That's basically the game, because all my opponent has left is a almost dead Tyranitar, and I can just go into my Latios and lock myself into Surf for the win, so, yeah, that was a good game, Byywild. For your first Wi-Fi match, that was pretty damn good. I must congratulate you, but anyway, that's the match for today. Comment, rate, sub, and I will see you all later.